Good morning. It's the next day, and we're still in Melanie Cove. Today we're going to wait until high tide, or a few hours before high tide, and we're going to go to a spot called Roscoe Bay. To get into the bay, you have to go at high or rising water, because at low water it dries out. The entrance will become separated from the entire ocean for a period of time until the tide rises again. So yesterday was quite a dreary west coast rainy day, which was kind of refreshing. But today is another sunny day. Blue sky, there's no more haze. And yeah, we're going to hang around. We might do a little walk. We found another trail. Oh, and from here to Roscoe Bay is only about 4.5 nautical miles, so not very far at all. What are we doing?
We're going for a hike. It's going to be great. We're going up to a lake, 2 to 3 hours, see how far we get. We have to be back by 4, so we've got 4.5 hours. Basically, we've got 4 hours to do this. So if we get there in 2 hours, turn around and come back.
Yeah, and it's Unwin Lake. So there's another bay called Tenedos Bay on the other side of Desolation Sound Marine Park, and you can anchor there, and then there's a short little walk up to the lake. So a lot of people go to Tenedos Bay to go up to Unwin Lake. They're swimming there, but we're doing the hiking option. Yeah. We'll see how this hike is compared to yesterday. The weather's better for it.
We've got no rain pants. We've got runners instead of rubber boots. Less clothes, water, and snacks.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Ready for a longer hike.
We just passed the junction.
The first junction.
Lakeview versus Tenedos Bay.
Yep.
By Unwin Lake.
Yeah, and Lakeview is to the left, and Tenedos Bay is to the right. It's a little dog leg up to the little lake. It's not Lake Unwin, which is where we're going, but we've opted to go straight and continue towards Tenedos Bay. Yeah. Steady uphill so far, but not a steep incline. It has a few spots where it gets a bit steep, but
Great trail so far.
yeah, really well worn out trail. What kind of tree is that?
Smooth. Arbutus tree. And yeah, we must be about 3/4 of the way to the hike. We've got this beautiful lake on the other side, and we just came over this little kind of point, and it's dry, smells dry.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of arbutus trees.
A whole bunch. They like the sunny exposure.
Yeah.
And the unique thing about them is they lose their bark.
Mm-hmm.
And
I see a little bit left on this side.
Yeah, but they can live without bark. And I think most trees need their bark to survive.
Yeah.
If you cut a ring of their bark off, I think they'll die.
Yeah.
But arbutus trees just shed the bark after a certain period of time, and then it doesn't grow back.
That's pretty cool.
They're really cool and such a neat color.
Yeah. Probably doesn't help when people carve things into them. But...
Yeah, that's not very nice, but there's a few of them around here.
Yeah. Overlooking the lake.
Yeah, there's a couple down there and a couple over there.
We're on a great hike.
Yeah, and this is Lake Unwin, I believe. And way up there around the corner, I think, is Tenedos Bay. Unless this is it over here, but I don't think we're that close. I think we still got a ways to go. But we'll keep moving.
Yeah.
And you know what? Your arms kind of look like arbutus trees. Little skinny ones. Same color. Well, we made it to Tenedos Bay. You can see a couple boats stern tide right at the beach here. Lots of room. It's fairly deep in the middle, so most boats stern tie here. And it took us an hour and 40 minutes to get here.
A few little stops.
Yeah, 3.9 kilometers. Well,
Sure.
we've had our rest.
Had a rest. Ready to go.
And then we're going to make the walk back. About an hour and 40 minutes back. Maybe less.
The waterfall stop.
Oh, waterfall stop and a lake
stop.
stop. Maybe a couple hours back. So, anyways, Melanie Cove to Tenedos Bay.
Beautiful.
Worth the hike, for sure. So here's a little closer look. Here we are in Tenedos Bay. And we just hiked all the way along. It gets a little bit high on cliffs along here, just so you're aware. Right on the edge, and then all the way to Melanie Cove. That's where Northern Dancer 5 is right now. So, good hike. 3.93 kilometers and 108 meter elevation gain. Estimated time 2 to 3 hours one way. We did an hour and 40 minutes.
Yep.
Well, we made it back from the hike. How's your legs feeling?
Fine. How are yours?
Oh, good. So we did about 8 kilometers. I'm not sure how many miles that is, but 8K is a good distance for there and back. And was it about an hour and 40 minutes back?
An hour and 40 there. Oh, I forgot to check.
Oh, it's probably about the same.
Yeah. Maybe an hour. We took a few stops on the way back.
Yeah.
So maybe 2 hours on the way back.
My legs were getting a little more tired than Devlin's.
You strained them.
I pulled something in my right leg, but made it back, and
it was fun. We saw a bunch of people lots of people on the trails.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to Roscoe Bay next. So we're just kind of getting things tidied up, and it's only 4.6 nautical miles away, so we're not going very far. So it's just gonna be a little motor over, but I think I mentioned earlier you have to go in at high tide. So that's why we've been waiting all day.
Yeah,
and
got an amazing hike in.
Yeah. Devlin's happy she got her steps. We're underway. So, pulled the anchor. It was super muddy on the chain and the anchor. We're just going 4.5 knots because it's 4.5 miles. So I thought, well, just a nice little hour long, charge up the batteries, We got some camera batteries being charged. Take advantage of those things while the motor's running. And then we'll get in there for high tide to get through the pass. And that's it. We'll be there soon. So here we are, stern tide in Roscoe Bay. We're in 33 feet of water, and we got about 100 feet of chain out. And the tide's going to go down overnight, so we'll see if we need to adjust our stern line there at all. So sail covers are on, we're all stern tide, Roscoe Bay, and we were just talking about stern tying because we haven't done that together.
No, my first time doing that.
Yeah, so you drop the anchor, you set it, then I dug it in, so it's powered up pretty good, and then I eased off on the power, but still in reverse, and I just held the boat basically in position, wasn't moving anywhere, while you went in the dinghy.
The line, tied it to the dinghy to make sure that
don't lose it.
I wouldn't lose it. Go to the shore, to the tree, go around the tree, fail to notice the other tree that would have been a better stern tie. Fail also to notice the huckleberry bushes and whether there was any good berries on them.
But you got the line around the tree.
Got the line around the tree. There was lots of cedar bushes on the shore for me to hold on to, so that was really helpful.
And entertaining for me.
Alfy thought that maybe there was a bear there because of how much the bushes were moving, and once I realized how much of the cedar branches had fallen in the dinghy,
we should have got a shot of it. It was loaded.
There was a lot. But anyways, got it around and then pulled it around for a while so that I had a pile of line in the dinghy. Brought it back.
Yeah, and you pulled yourself back on the original line.
Yeah.
So you don't have to row back.
Nope, and then it just came out of the dinghy instead of having to pull the line around the tree as I was coming back. So.
Too much friction.
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out really well. And
then Alfy wondered if it was stuck because it wasn't moving when he tried to pull it. So I went back.
Checked it out.
After I had cleaned out the dinghy a little bit. Got more branches in the dinghy.
I wonder if Alfy knew it wasn't stuck and just wanted to see you go back into the bushes.
But I got some practice rowing.
Yeah.
And we're now stern tide.
And we're in a great spot here.
And if we have to go back a third time, I will remember to check the huckleberry bushes.
Of course. And what's the plan for tonight?
We're going to relax. We're going to have a nice dinner. We might watch a movie.
Yeah.
We have some movies on the iPad, so...
Yeah, might just have a movie night.
Yeah, and I think there's 12 boats in here.
Yeah. And now we don't have to worry about swinging around in the middle and...
Yeah. Tomorrow we'll go up to the lake, but tonight we're just going to stay on the boat and relax.
Yeah. That's the plan.
We both have books, too, so we'll see what happens.